Alright lads, so tomorrow morning we are going to be getting the release of a new 1000G Blood with Candice and also Mask Demasculine.
Masculine!
And we're here to ask the question, are these characters worth summoning for? Well, let's just jump straight into it. So first and foremost, the banner itself is available tomorrow and will be lasting until the 31st. That means you don't have to summon on this banner the moment it does release tomorrow morning. Instead, if you are patient, you can wait and see what the end of month banner is first, which will be getting announced on the 28th. And depending what end of month is, if you're not interested, then maybe you might want to do some summons on this particular banner. As always, in any situation, the last thing you want to do is be caught with no orbs right before a pretty cool set of characters come out, maybe one of your potential favorites. Unless your favorite is in this banner, well then of course I don't need to say what you need to do, you're already probably dead set on summoning on these characters. Because let's talk about them, right? So our first character in the banner is Candice, and I would say she's probably the best in the banner here. The prize definitely to be had, and I already see a lot of people excited about this new Candice. So what exactly does she offer? Well, she's a Mind SP unit with Captain Killer Plus. With that in mind, she wants to be used in Guild Quest, and of course she does come with some really good skills. Frenzy +2, which gets increased to Frenzy 3 in Guild Quests, an 80% spiritual pressure boost upon inflicting a status summon, and she can inflict paralysis on every single attack. Once you do inflict paralysis, you're then doing 40% more damage, and keep in mind she does have an increased chance to inflict status summons against any Sorry enemy. That's going to be really good. The damage output alone means that she's going to be really good outside of Guild Quest, especially with the strong attack kit that she does have, a Beam SA1, a Beam SA2, a first of its kind by the way. It's a vacuum-like vortex that groups everyone together, and then the second part of the attack is a melee collision beam. It's the first time we've seen it, and it's basically an enhanced version of her SA1. And then of course her SA3 is a full screen, so she has a good enough kit to be used and be an enjoyable character. Her damage output's good enough, despite the fact that she is oddly lacking Berserker here. She has no increase on her strong attack damage. Instead, that was given to Devastation, which will actually help her out do damage on her Soul Bomb if you are using it in Guild Quest, where the enemies themselves, the Soribas, you won't have killer against. The Devastation, more damage to paralyzed enemies, and also weaken defense ensure that you won't have a rookie situation where after using your Soul Bomb, there will be leftover enemies where then you're going to have to use your strong attacks. If you do though, it's not a bad thing because then you're doing 30% more damage. When it comes to Captain Killer Guild Quest, she is replacing the Technique Bambietta as the new best lead. So if you do pull her, you're definitely going to get your usage out of her, and that's where she's really going to excel. But given the damage output that she does have, while lacking that Berserker, she does have good enough strong attacks. Frenzy 2, more damage to paralyzed, and also an 80% spiritual pressure boost honestly is good enough to just be an enjoyable character, like I mentioned, especially with the strong attack kit that she does have. A lot of people thought we were being too harsh on a character like Rukia 2 weeks ago, an end of month unit, and it is kind of embarrassing almost that Candice I would consider a better character. Granted, they're used in different situations, but that just kind of goes to show how maybe bad Rukia was treated, or more so how good Candice was treated. I think she's going to be a really fun, enjoyable character, but most importantly, a meta Captain Killer GQ unit. If you're struggling in the Captain Killer Guild Quest, she's going to be a great character to have, even at Special level 1. For our next character though, we have Mask Demasculine.
Masculine!
A speed Quincy normal attack damage character with the Stern Ritter kill ability. He's a very simple character, nothing that we've never seen in the past. A normal attack damage character that wants to be used in Guild Quests. Unfortunately, due to that, he doesn't have the same luxury and usability as someone like Candice, but I will say this character looks like a lot of fun. Visually, I think he looks really cool. And if you want to use this character, by all means, you definitely can. So when it comes to damage output, because that's of course very important with his playstyle, he has Flurry +1, a 70% bruiser, but remember, he has 35% additional normal attack damage on his soul trait. So 105% extra bruiser, with the fact that his SA2 is a boost, increasing your team's stats by 43%, more so attack, focus, and also defense. Alongside that, he was given long reach and also guard break, so if you do want to use this character outside of Guild Quest, I think he's going to be a relatively enjoyable character as far as normal attack damage characters can go. And he has some extra utility effects like Medic and Last Day Survival, so you can definitely get a use out of him. In Guild Quest though, of course he does get more damage, Fly +2, more killer effect, more melee damage. And for his respective Guild Quest phase, the melee Stun Ritter Guild Quests, he's the first traditional normal attack damage unit, and he's going to be really good because he is boosting your team stats. If you don't have Mask Demasculine,
Superstar!
your only alternative normal attack damage characters is going to be Sergeant, who's definitely good enough, but he is lacking on damage output as he only has Flurry 3. Just Flurry 3, no extra built-in bruiser. And other than Sergeant, we're talking about characters that came out 2 to 3 years ago that have very low damage output. So Mask Demasculine,
Masculine!
It's going to be a really good character to brute force his way through the very hard, even nightmare, melee stamina to guild quest, especially if you do not own true Shikai Ichigo. This guild quest phase has basically been, if you have Ichigo, you can beat it. If not, you almost have no alternative option. And Masculine is kind of an alternative option. An additional support character that you can use alongside Ichigo, but also another character that you can get to help you beat this particular guild quest. So while he doesn't do anything super unique as far as normal attack damage characters do go, he is the perfect character for that phase that desperately needs a character like him. And if you are a Masculine fan,
Masculine!
you could potentially even get a usage out of him in Brave battles. Now, granted, it will take a lot of dupes to make him usable in Brave battles, but right now the meta is to bring a speed character that can team boost and give them as much defense as possible to stall out true Bankai Renji. And you can potentially do that with Master Mask, which is kind of fitting given the two characters do fight against each other. He's not a brave battle unit by any means, but in this current meta, because he is a speed unit that isn't a human with a team boost, you can even get a usage of him in that particular game modes. That's it for the two main banner characters. Both are guild quest focused units, so if you don't care about guild quests, in a way you don't need them. If you want them because you enjoy their playstyle, by all means summon for them, right? But it is still great to see mid-month actually introduce really good units because they are the best in their class for what they want to be used in. As far as the other characters do go, Shuntui, it's the first time he is a filler character. First time he is returning since its introduction in June. He's a very similar character to Master Masculine, a melee normal attack damage character. In his case though, for the melee Squad 0 guild quest. Pairs very well with Yumachika, Rukia, and also Kanabi Shuhei. And just like Mask, he's very important for his respective guild quest phase, making the guild quest significantly easier. Rukia is a melee normal attack damage character for the melee Espada guild quest. She is the best normal attack damage unit for that respective guild quest phase. But if you saw our yesterday video, if you have Kenpachi, you don't need her. She's good to have, but once you get Kenpachi, because of how powerful he is as a unit, you're better off using someone like Akon and also Shinji instead of someone like Rukia, unfortunately. But maybe in the future she might get more useful, especially if you do get dupes into her. Zamari really doesn't offer much. He's kind of a fun unit given that it's a base Zamari, but in all honesty, he really doesn't have much going for him. Byakuya is a +5 Link Swap Potion soul trait, really good when you are farming for heart Link Swap Potions. Kugo is a really good team supporter for any melee human character, more so Ruroka, as he does give them 20% more strong attack damage and also 40% more damage to enemies that are inflicted with status Omen. Izuru, once more, doesn't have much going for him. Really just a droplet increase soul trait. Likewise with Tesla, he's basically the same. Although Tesla does have the benefit of increasing the crystal and jaw drop rate. Tenzin Zangetsu is one of the best farmers in the speed attribute. If you want to farm Link Swap Potions, Super Link Swap Potions, and droplets, he's a very fun and great character for that. Orihime is one of the best team supports in any guild push you want to use it in. Mainly due to the fact that she does have an SA2, providing you with 43% attack, focus, and defense. A +5 barrier for herself, 3 barrier for your teammates, and also status immunity to any puddle that she does stand on. And then last but not least, we have Ichigo, a +5 power Link Swap farmer, with also 30% more droplets, decent in epic raids. But in the same banner, we do have access to Tensei Zangetsu, who's a significantly better and valuable character. So in terms of the entire banner as a whole, it's okay at best. I'd say there are 6 good characters to get here, maybe 7. That, of course, being the 2 new characters, mainly the reason why you are going to be summoning. Of course, Shunsui's really good, Tensa, Byakuya, and also Orihime are really good, but they aren't super rare characters. If you don't have them now, you're likely to get them later on through summon tickets, or they're going to be widely available in future summons. These characters are not rare characters by any means. You're going to see them a lot in future upcoming banners. When it comes to the step up format, remember it is a crown step up summoned, so step 1 and 2 are discounted. At the very least, if you have plenty of orbs sitting around, you might want to do the 2 discounts. But after that second discount, step 3 is a guaranteed 5-star character, which you might want to do to test your luck. Me personally, I'm going to step 3 in the hopes to get either Mask or Candice, and then I'm saving for end of month to see what end of month is first before I maybe decide to go in more on this particular banner. After that though, it's the same repeat discount guarantee, discount normal multi, and then of course on step 10 you are guaranteed either Mask or Candice. In a way, that's the best part about this banner being 2 characters. It's 50-50 for the character you want. If you are going for Candice, you very well might be done in just 10 steps. Now, it's important to understand the way this guaranteed summon does work because there is a lot of misconceptions despite it being around for a year now. If you do get Master Masculine on step number 9, it does not guarantee you a Candice on step 10. It's always going to be 50-50. So keep that in mind before going all the way to step 10, thinking you're guaranteed another character, assuming you pulled one earlier on. But the whole hope is by step 10, if you just pull one of them and get lucky on the 50-50, you can walk away with both characters in 10 steps, which, you know, does revolve some luck, but at the same time, the chance of that happening is a lot higher than on a normal end of month banner, right? But after you do complete step 10, you'll repeat the next 10 steps again. Again, really good step of format. It's designed for you to keep going and going, because every next multi is either discounted or guaranteed. And then if for some reason you do make it all the way to step 25, you are guaranteed either Candice or Masculine. So yeah, as far as mid-month banners do go, the new characters they're introducing are good. Like I mentioned, Candice and Mask are the best in what they want to be used in, their respective guild quest phases. Candice, I would say, is an overall looks to be a really fun character. I'm actually very surprised at how good she looks as a base Candice, not using her Volstern ditch. And for Candice fans, I mean, you kind of lucked out considering the fact that she kind of plays better than Rukia outside of guild quest, in my opinion. Even in guild quest, I think she's going to play better than Rukia, which, like I mentioned, is either a good thing on Candice or more so a bad thing on Rukia. I don't think this is a banner that you have to summon on. Really only summon if you want the characters for the respective guild quest phases, or you just want the character to play with them. Remember, because they are mid-month characters, they are going to return as fillers in future 1000 Jibata banners in around 6 months' time. We saw with Esna and also Byakuya, our first 1000 Jibata mid-month banner, is that they do become fillers a lot earlier when compared to end of month characters. So for that alone, it might be a reason to skip them, and that's kind of my idea. That's why I'm only doing 3 steps on this banner. Just to test my luck, I have plenty of orbs. I can afford to do 3 steps here and also summon on end of month. If I get them, great, I'm happy. If not, it's fine. I'll wait for them to come back and hopefully make a future banner a lot better. Pull for them alongside newer, better 1000 Jibata units. Either way though, I know a lot of people are going to summon for their favorite characters, Mask or Candice, so if you are summoning tomorrow, good luck. Let me know your summon plan, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace. Masculine!